Who'd have thought that a movie about someone running away from the law, staying and squatting in a Toys R Us will make me want to cry? Because that's exactly what freaking Roof Man did. Roof Man is a movie featuring Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst, along with a great stacked cast full of colorful folks. What could possibly be the wildest true story that I've seen in a long time. This talks about the story of one Jeffrey Manchester, who was called the Roof Man. He robbed stores by coming from the roof. One day, and he runs away. He finds a way to basically escape prison using his supreme intellect, and hilarity ensues. So basically, I thought it was gonna be like a little bit of comedy, right? Thinking Channing Tatum, he's funny, he's a comedic actor. No, this turned into a whole dramedy, and I was really not expecting the whole dramedy to happen, but I'm thoroughly surprised of how well thought out this movie is, and the multitude of different like performances I got from it, especially with the chemistry between Kirsten Dunst and Channing Tatum, who plays the love interest, the real life Lee, as her name is. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, I was not expecting any of this. And the fact of the matter is, I didn't even know this true story even existed prior to this movie being made. With most true story stuff, at the end of the movie, they show, like, footage of the real deal and all of that. But I guess this also goes, it goes to show just the intersection between the military trying to like associate back into being a civvy, and what happens whenever you become desperate to do so. Sorry about the light. It's very light. But whenever you're looking at this from a like objective standpoint, it's like you did like rob stores. You did like, it's like, oh my god, it's kind of giving like almost like Robin Hood, except it's like you're stealing from like multi-billion-dollar companies, putting people's lives at risk, sort of. You're basically paying yourself, which robbery. But at the same time, it makes you question, it's like, why is that it is so hard for people to try to make ends meet after, especially veterans, when they try to make ends meet after being discharged from the military? And where's the support for veterans? Why does it that veterans have to basically resort to crime or other less than savory things whenever it's time for them to try to like, where's the support basically? Where's the support? And this movie is an example, and the real life story is an example of the military, the like VA, not being able to support veterans whenever they need support, especially in trying to get them jobs, financial support, just all different kinds of things after being discharged from the military. And I'm gonna say it, shoot, freaking Channing Tatum's and Kirsten Dunst's chemistry was off the charts. They really did an amazing job being a couple. The rest of the supporting cast, Uzo Aduba, she did great. I think Ben Mendelsohn, I think that's his name. He did great. It's like, this was a very like thought out movie. Some people will say that like you probably could have took maybe about a few minutes out of it, which like you can always kind of like shave a few seconds down. But what I got out of it was a story about like a complicated individual who had to do what he had to do in order to make ends meet, and talks about what will you do for love or to survive, basically. My name is Jason. You can follow me for more movie reviews, talk about media and all of that stuff. Ignore my red eye that just popped up. I don't know what happened. So you have yourself a nice one. Laters.